Hey yo, what is good, everybody? It is the big homie, the Bully King, Grandpappy Play, aka Play All Consoles, back with another stream here on Twitch and YouTube. Would like to thank everyone for joining me this evening. Also, big thanks and shout outs to the folks checking out the VODs over on YouTube. Much appreciated. And as always, if you enjoy what you see, would appreciate a like, comment, and especially a subscribe. So we're back here. We're a little late. I apologize. I almost didn't stream tonight. It is cold and icy out there. And while Grandpappy himself did not have a fall, we did slip a little, and the back kind of didn't like it. So been sitting here waiting for the Aleve to kick in. It's kicked in a bit. Again, I almost wasn't going to stream, but I didn't want to go to sleep early, so here we are. We're going to have a short grinding stream over on Final Fantasy 12. Try to be comfy in the chair. Got to get rested up so I can go to work tomorrow. Anyway, enough of all that. Let's jump right on into it, shall we? Make sure everything's working. But yeah, Grandpappy, ooh. Sometimes Mother Nature just likes to double down. It's not enough that, you know, Grandpappy a little up there in the years, but then, well, the weather says, oh, we're gonna give you a little something extra. But we're here, we made it, we're good. All my windows are good. We're gonna do a little grinding, pass some time before bedtime, before dinner time. So again, I thank everyone who's joining me. Thank the folks that check out the VODs. We're working towards 96k gil to buy all the weapons. We're a third of the way there. Maybe we'll get to 60k tonight. We'll see. I almost wanted to get a pillow to put up in this chair. I'm not gonna lie. The back ain't bad. I mean, I can still walk. I'm still good, but it is uncomfortable. Which is better than what it was an hour or so ago. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes age gets to you. And it lets you know, hey, Father Time wins every... If Mother Nature can beat you up, Father Time wins everything. I ain't even gonna try to fight Father Time. I'm hoping between the Aleve and the drink bottle, I'll be able to relax enough to sleep tonight. Ain't nothing like trying to sleep when you got, you know, back issues. It's not pleasant. Not at all. I don't have Libra, so we gotta avoid the trap that's there in the middle. Oh, now I guess someone got hit by a trap. Fran. At least I ain't having a sneezing fit tonight. That would have wrecked me. That would have wrecked me. If I started sneezing, if you ever, look, you get up there in age, you don't find out. If your back is killing you and you have a sneezing fit, it's a wrap. You might as well just curl up into a ball Pry your little eyes out. Because it's not nice. Alright. Then cleared the way. Let's go and start. Let's start getting our chain going. Also, quick shill. There is a new Twitter poll that went up on Sunday to decide what we play Monday. So if you got the chance, head on over to the Twitter profile, pinned comment. That's where the poll is. Vote for your fave. See what we play in a week. Alright, here we are. We're at our place. No, I didn't want to pick that up. There's first or second chain level. I didn't want to pick that up. Alright, we got all kinds of stuff on the bridge, so we're just going to go to the next area. Chain level 3. Cool. Yo, Mel, what's good? How you doing? How you feeling? How's it going? Thank you so much for stopping on by. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself. Let me get you a shout out. Appreciate you being here. Nah, yeah. Therapist knows better. News is, again, I've told you before, news is designed to be bad so that they get you to watch. It can be. I currently don't have cable TV. They raised the rates so much last year. I just cut it. I see stuff on YouTube, I just ignore it. Again, I told you before, I'm desensitized to a lot of stuff now. I understand how the game is played. They want ratings, bad news sells. That's been that way for decades. So I stay out of it. I limit what I see on Twitter and social media. You know, when I see it like this, I have a rough enough time. I don't need news to make it worse for me. You got told you're going back to work next week. That would be up to your doctor. If your doctor told you that, then okay. If it wasn't your doctor, well, by your boss. Yeah, that's a lawsuit if your doctor says no. Just saying. I'm just saying. Hold on. There's guidance. Your boss can't override your doctor. That's legal stuff there. I wouldn't worry too much about what your boss says over what your doctor says. Light duty. I did warn you about the light duty and working from home. But I did warn you about the light duty. Did I not? I warned you about that. Look, this is classic textbook corporate BS. But you'll be working from home. That is cool. But yeah, no, light duty, they will give you the shittiest job they can for light duty to make you want to get off of light duty. 20 hours, I mean, again, at least it's work from home. But like I said, did I not warn you about the whole light duty trap? Didn't I tell you that's what they're gonna do? I've been there, done that. Why, you know, I'm taking it easy. I don't know, you weren't here when I was giving the intro. It's icy outside, and I didn't have a slip and fall, but I did slip, and now my back isn't too happy, Grandpappy. Grandpappy's back is not happy at all. Almost didn't stream tonight, but it's like, if I didn't, I would have probably gone to bed early, and that would have really sucked. So we're gonna sit here, let the leave kick in. Hopefully the drink will kick in as well, and I'll feel good enough to sleep a decent night's sleep. I ain't gonna say a full night's sleep. I don't get full night's sleeps. A full night's sleep for me is like 4.5 hours. I'm gonna be real. But hopefully I can sleep without pain. That is the goal. But let me tell you, getting old sucks ass. I'm just gonna run this level a few times. Yeah. You hope it's the case that what? That I get some sleep, or that your boss doesn't try to screw you with the light duty? Because I hope both are the case in that. You got a bad back? Yeah, well, I don't technically have a bad back. I have an old back. Oh, you hope that I thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mel. I hope I get at least the same sleep I've been getting. It hasn't been much. Work a full-time job and then content creation. Yeah, I don't get much sleep. Well, let's just say I'm working on things even when I'm not streaming. That's content creation. But yeah, no, you know, we got up to a whopping 12 degrees today, so I said, I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Get a few things. I'm gonna do grocery shopping big time next week when it's like in the 30s maybe, hopefully. But yeah, I went and grabbed a few things. Made sure I'm prepared for the weekend, unlike Vivi. Got out my truck, was tearing stuff between the truck into the hallway and up the stairs. And one of those trips kind of slipped a little. Caught myself. I didn't... Look, you be proud. Grandpappy didn't eat shit on the pavement outside for all the neighbors to see. But my back said, okay, that's enough of that. Herniated bit. Oh, okay. I don't have that. I am fortunate. I am relatively healthy for my age. But that, for my age, is the asterisk. Because sometimes my body says, okay, hold up, old man. Yo ass old. Don't be doing this shit. Here's your warning. And I sat here for about an hour, hour and a half, waiting for the Aleve to kick in. Waiting to make sure that this wasn't going to be worse than it is. I mean, I still have that worry. Sometimes you do things and then the next day it's worse than you thought. I feel for you with the herniated disc. I'm glad I don't have one at the moment. I hope I never do. I hope I don't have a lot of health problems. Because everyone I know who has health problems, that shit sucks. Like, we used to, when I was younger, like in high school, you know, stupid kids doing stupid things, asking stupid questions. Which of your 7 senses would you be able to give up first? Touch, smell, taste, hearing, sight. What's the other 2? Fuck. Touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing. What are, oh, jeez. What are the other 2 senses? Degenerative disc disease. Ah, when the cartilage goes. I have heard of that. That shit does suck. Hold on. Now I'm getting distracted like Vivi. Okay, so sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Vestibular improve. Okay, that's not what I'm used to as the 7 senses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, those are the 5, but there's 2 others. But the ones they're listing, vestibular and proprioception, those are not the ones I am used to. Alright, balance. Okay, maybe balance. I would hate to lose that. My buddy's mom, she gets vertigo all the time. She can't walk. We are her walking canes. That one sucks. You get vertigo. Look, I feel for you. Like I said, my buddy's mom, she has vertigo, and she, in addition to the vertigo, she can't be around loud noises. So when his youngest daughters were young, and they would be, you know, at that screaming age, oh, she would have a fit. She loves her granddaughters, but when they were screaming, she couldn't be around them. But she's also, she's on disability, so she doesn't have to go anywhere, really. If I didn't have to go anywhere, I could deal with vertigo. But having to go to work, drive, all that stuff, being allowed, no, I couldn't do that. But like I said, let's see, touch, taste, touch, sight, hearing, smell. I would have to go without touch. I'm blind as it is, but I need to see. I need to taste. I need to smell. I need to hear. Hearing and sight, most important. Touch, I mean, touch is key, but of all the others, touch would be nasty. Yeah, no. I'm just saying, we're gonna go with the 5. We'll go with the 5. You wouldn't know if you got hurt. Pain is not dependent on touch, because you can have internal pain. You can have pain in places you cannot touch, so you can still feel pain. But like sight and hearing, oh no, I gotta have those. Especially, like I said, I wear glasses. I'm damn near blind. I have to have glasses. And not being able to see, oh my goodness. But yeah, pain, your body will let you know. You don't need touch to feel pain. Taste, I like to eat food too much. That's one of those things. Taste is your first defense against putting poison in your body. I would rather be, I would want to be able to taste something bad and get it out of my body before it gets in there, because then you have to wait until your stomach and intestines tell you it's bad, and by then it might be too late. Imagine if you couldn't taste rotten food. You have to wait until after you've eaten it and after it gets your belly, and then you have all kinds of problems. You know, like I said, pain, and that's another thing. You eat rotten food and you can't taste it. Trust me, you're gonna feel some pain. You can't eat. You don't even need to touch it. You don't have to touch it. It's gonna let you know. It's gonna let you know, and it's gonna let you know in the worst way for a while. Anyone who's had food poisoning knows that shit. Food poisoning, alcohol poisoning, any of those, your body's gonna let you know, and it's gonna let you know for a long time. Now, where I would be really messed up with touch is like if it's cold, hypothermia. First thing your body tells you is when your skin is starting to die, it gets cold and it gets painful. And if you can't feel that, you're going to lose digits. You're going to lose fingers. You're going to lose ears. You're going to lose toes. You're going to lose your foot, hand. That, losing touch, that would suck. But I would value taste over touch. Assuming, of course, my top 2, sight and hearing, those are my top 2. Hearing, I mean, that's one of the last few good senses I have, so I kind of treasure that one myself. That's a personal preference. Of all the things that are going on my body, hearing is not one of them. So I want to keep it as long as possible. And it ain't perfect. I've been around enough loud, continuous noises that it sucks. Or that my hearing ain't as perfect as it used to be, but I treasure it. So I kind of treasure it. Smell is connected to taste. So I kind of want my smell and my taste to be there. So yeah, touch would be the first one I would give up if I had to. Ooh, excuse me. Speaking of taste, where's my drink bottle? I need to dull this pain. See, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't even got to touch where I'm hurting, and it just hurts. Although it doesn't hurt as much as it did earlier. Back pain, you don't need to touch it for it to hurt you. For it to make you cry. Call your mama. You ain't gotta touch your belly to feel hungry. You ain't gotta touch your insides to feel fever or cold. Well, no, cold you gotta feel. But if you got a fever, that comes from within. But like I said, hunger, internal pain, as the lady say, having your tummy hurt. You ain't gotta touch that. That shit gonna let you know. You eat you some bad oysters, trust me, you ain't gotta touch it to let you know it hurt. Is this place already cleared out? I gotta go 2 screens already. Jeez. But again, that was my, like I said, we used to do that as kids, talk about, well, if you had to go without something, which one would it be? I don't want to go without any of them. Let me tell you. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Let's run through here. I started late tonight, so I'm wondering if our AI Apostle Abdul is going to show up. I don't know if I want to be able to deal with that tonight. I just want to chill, stay warm, enjoy my drink, poke the pain, the Aleve. I ain't even taking pain meds, it's just Aleve. It's like taking aspirin. Hope that kicks in well enough for good sleep. Ooh, excuse me. And I want to sleep. No, I don't want to sleep in my chair. I mean, my chair is most comfortable right now, but I fall asleep in the chair, I'm gonna be ruined in the morning. The chair feels comfy when you fall asleep at first, but after, afterwards, that shit's wrong. Sleeping in the chair is okay when you're young. When you're young. Ooh, shoes. Alright, instead of going to the next map, we just turn around. Farm the hell out of this map. Nah, I know you're not empty. Don't even play me like that. There we go. You ever get that feeling like you want to pop a knuckle or something, or a joint, a bone joint, not the other joint. And you're trying to stretch it so it'll pop and relieve the pressure and pain, but it just won't. That's how my back feels right now. Well, something popped. Y'all didn't hear it, but oh, jeez, oh wow. Oh. Well, at least something popped. Relieved a little pressure, but jeez. Getting old sucks, Mel. Let me tell you. I know you say you old. Give it a few more years. It doesn't get any better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully a good night's sleep tonight. I get that I should be better. I'm old, but I ain't that old. Good night's sleep does help. Well, after popping my back, it does feel a little better. At least the pressure ain't as bad. Man, I had to turn almost all. I had to turn almost to where my head was looking backwards. That was not comfy. I think we might have emptied out this map. Nope, not yet. You know, my joints will feel better when it stops being so damn cold. I'm pretty sure. Cold is not good for old bones. This is why old people move to like Florida and Arizona. Which I ain't gonna lie, sounds very tempting. I ain't gonna lie. Well, not Florida. I don't like humidity. But that's why old folks move somewhere warm. Cause that cold, it's not good. It's like a vehicle. A vehicle, you know, it can work in the cold weather. It can even work in extreme cold weather. But you work it in cold weather too long, it's gonna tell you, you know what, I'm done. Your vehicle will tell you, hey, I've had enough of this shit. We move or I stop working. That's the way the body feels sometimes. It's like, okay, we can do this cold for a little bit. We can probably do cold for a few years. But after a while, your body's gonna be like, you know what, I'm done. Fuck you. We go somewhere warm or you ain't moving. We're just gonna freeze right on up. Alright, now I think we have cleared this map. So we'll go to the next one, we'll clear it. Well, not clear it. We'll go through it once, come on back. Like I said, Friday I got a hell of a wake-up call because that's the first time in like 10 years I felt weather that cold. And my body said, you know what? This ain't for us, homie. This ain't this is not part of the bargain. This is not what we agreed to when we signed the contract damn near half a century ago. And I kind of have to agree with my body on that one. Some people are built for the cold. Grandpappy is not. Or at least not extreme. I can deal with some cold. Minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit? No, Grandpappy ain't ready for that. I never want to be ready for that. All the way to the end. Let's go back. There should be one guy here. Right. What's my loot at? $39.58. Okay. Where's my drink at? I will say, my back is feeling significant. I don't know if it's the Aleve kicking in, the drink kicking in, or from when I just twisted my back a couple minutes ago, but it is feeling a lot better, like really fast. Like I want to say there's not a, maybe I relieve the pressure, maybe the pressure in combination with, you know, painkillers. I shouldn't say painkillers, Aleve. It is feeling better. Well, that and I'm not moving. Stay seated in my damn chair. I ain't stupid. If you're hurt, stop moving. If you're moving, your body says, nope, stop, ouch. That's that pain you can't touch again. You listen to that shit. Especially if you can't touch it. If you got pain in places you cannot touch, don't move. Your body trying to tell you, your body giving you hints, signals, road maps. They're holding up the construction sign. They got the flag man out there. No, they're telling you, don't do it. That pain you can't touch, that's worse than pain you can touch. Because that you can avoid. Pain you can't touch, you don't know. You gotta experiment, and sometimes it's not worth it to experiment to find out what's actually causing it. I remember once when I was like 19, I had back spasms. Oh my God. And I went to work. This was back when I worked in the comic book shop. I went to work. And on the way to work, I went to the store to buy some, what was it? Dones. Dones was the back medicine back in the day. Bought that. Didn't work. Couldn't stand up. If I breathed funny, shit hurt. If I moved funny, shit, I couldn't even move. I tried to cough. Nah, dude. My body said nope. Wait a second. Did I just re-enter this place? I did. This wasn't what I was supposed to do. But I can still double up on enemies here. But yeah, I've had back issues since I was 19. Different back issues, but enough of them to know that I don't want that to happen. Places you don't like chronic pain as you get older happens. You don't want it in your back. You don't want it in your feet and legs. Those just like, no. Those are places you do not want to have any kind of chronic pain, reoccurring pain. Like, I have issues with my sciatic nerve sometimes. That is just, no. That is wrong. on different levels of wrong. And as bad as Aleve is for your kidneys, or not kidneys, liver, because I have to know that because alcohol is pretty bad for your liver too. But alcohol gives you benefits. Aleve, the benefit is you don't have pain, but man, it does mess with your liver. It also messes with your testes. It'll give you some nasty shits. I'm just saying. If you ain't ever taken Aleve before, be warned. It will mess with your shits. Literally. In cases like these, I am envious of people who just sit in their chair all day and stream. Yeah, it's not a healthy lifestyle, but guess what? You're like less likely to feel pain, I would think. I feel pain when I move. I sit in my chair and not move. I'm golden. I mean, as long as I sit right. I'm still trying to find a comfortable spot to sit. It's better now, though. It is better now. Trying to find a comfortable spot to sit when you're in pain. Oh boy. See if any of you guys came back. Does not look like it. Okay. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do the other map one more again. Oh, snap! Harmonica! Hold on. It's been a minute since I seen you up in here. How you doing? How you feeling? How's it going, homie? Hold on. Let me throw you a shout out. Thank you so much for stopping on by. Hopefully you've been doing well. Gaslight that pain. Hey, look, I can only gaslight pain so much. Like I said, I slipped. I didn't fall. But I caught myself and my body said, no. Grandpappy, you too old to be doing this shit. Here's your punishment. And so now I'm sitting in the chair, slowly letting the Aleve take effect. Letting the drink do its thing along with the Aleve. Kids, don't mix alcohol with your drugs. It's normally bad for you. Don't listen to Grandpappy. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it to bedtime. Hopefully be well enough at bedtime to sleep through the night without further doing any damage. Because waking up in the middle of the night to pain, it's happened to before. No, you don't want that. You don't blame that thought? Which thought? I had a few thoughts. I'm just rambling right now. I'm rambling because I want my pain to go away. So if I lose track of what I'm rambling about, please forgive me. I think, see, I popped my back earlier and it felt great, but now I can feel the pressure building back up and it's not feeling as great. Your cycle? No, if I take pills, I do take them. I don't need a drink to take pills. As long as it's not some oversized gargantuan horse pill, I can pop pills no problem. Pop a couple of Tylenol, Aleve, aspirin, whatever. As long as I do it fast enough, pop it in, swallow, I'm done. So I am this. If that's what makes people a psycho, then I'm a psycho. I'll be right there with you, Harmonica. No, my problem is the pills don't happen. They don't work fast enough. I took a leave like 2 hours ago. No, I took no. I got home from work almost 3.5, 4 hours ago. I took a couple of leave because I knew it was gonna hurt. It hurt at the moment, and I said, no, it's gonna keep hurting. Let me take this now. My goal is to be able to lay down and without pain sleep. I'll move stiffly. I'll move like I'm an old man. I will have the grandpa walk. I'll have the hunchback. Just let me move. And let me make it to work tomorrow. I hate work, but I will go. Just make the pain stop. Alright, it looks like we cleared this area. So we're gonna go to the next area, but we'll probably have to go 2 screens to reset it. We're gonna have to go 2 screens. If there's nobody here now, your body only likes laying down anymore. You know, I was just telling Mel Harmonica, that happens at old age. What also happens is that while my mind likes laying down, my body does not. I will get stiff and sore if I try to sleep, like on the weekends. I'm used to waking up after like 4 hours of sleep. That's just me. Is it healthy? No, but I'm used to it. So on the weekends, I'll wake up and I'm like, dude, it's the weekend. I'm gonna roll. I might run to the bathroom, take a leak, but I'm gonna come back, jump under the covers where it's comfy. You know, maneuver myself, stretch myself out, get nice and comfy, and go to sleep. When I wake up, parts of me hurt that shouldn't, because I've been laying down sleeping too long. Or even if I ain't sleeping, I'll get into that pseudo restful state where, you know, you kind of doze off but you're still awake. I enjoy those times. Getting up afterwards, I don't always enjoy them. Like, my body's preferred position is sitting. I mean, I got a fat dumpy to cushion myself. But laying down, as much as I enjoy it, my body says, okay, dude, no, you need to like move, get in another position. I will have shoulder pain, neck pain, upper back pain, lower back pain, knee pain. I mean, everything but T-pain, okay? No auto-tune. If I try to lay down for longer than like 4 or 5 hours, my body be like, hey, you need to get up. Hey, you need to get up. And I don't get up. All of a sudden it's like, hey, ow! Yeah, bitch, you need to get up. All right, I'm gonna get up. Yeah, don't do that shit again. You're gonna hurt for a few hours just to make you. Like, dude, I woke up this morning to get ready for work, and I felt hunchbacked. I felt like my back was hunching. Like, I couldn't stand up totally straight. And again, this is more than likely an age thing than anything else. If it wasn't for age things, I'd be fairly healthy. Unfortunately, age things don't care about they say, fuck your feelings, play. You're fortunate to be naturally flexible and athletic, but BDI or whatever is almost dangerously low for your weight and height. Body index or something like that? Yeah, no, mine's is above. But it took a long time to get there. Like, people trip out if I tell them in the past 26, 27 years, I've gained, let me do the calculations. I've gained 70 to 80 pounds. Now, if you tell someone you gain 70 to 80 pounds, that's a lot of weight. But I gained it over the course of 26, 27 years. You know, and at my age, being 240 pounds at 6 feet tall, it's not uncommon. Because that's what I weighed this morning. I was 240 on the dot. I fluctuate 5 to 10 pounds normally, but holiday season was good food-wise. I ain't gonna lie. I ate a lot of food. Check out the Insta. Anyone that wants to know, ! Insta, I think is what it is. You can check out the Instagram. You can see all the food I've been eating. I love eating food. I am fortunate that I am not 4,000 pounds. You know, I got told in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s, your metabolism's gonna slow down. Okay, well, I should be like 600, 700, 800 pounds at this point, but I'm not, so I'm good. Best to have a little more. Yeah, no. Look, when I moved from California in 1999, I was 6 feet tall and barely soaking wet with a full belly of food and weighted clothes on. I was 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. That's the flip side of me saying, oh yeah, I've gained 70 pounds, but I was 170 at 6 feet tall, you know, in my early 20s. People thought I was on drugs. That's how high my metabolism was back then. And I had people all the time telling me, oh, when your metabolism is going to go in a couple years. Okay, I'm waiting. No, yeah, I'm at 240. My butt a little wider. I got more of that dad, you know, that dad bod gut. It's comfy. I'm not starving. You know, I ain't got no apparent health issues. Probably going to see a doctor about testosterone. Pretty sure that's what's keeping your weight down. 6'1" and 150. Good Lord, you're more of a stick. Look, harmonica. If I fart, you're falling over. Like I said, I was 6 foot and 170 pounds back in high school, and I was skinny. Good Lord. Okay, let me rephrase that. My mama, if I were to call her right now, she would tell you on air, when I was a kid, I was nothing but feet and ass. Alright? I had huge feet. I got the engine that drives the piston. Everything else was skin and bones. So yeah, look. From what I've read, I don't have a problem with testosterone, except that it took my hair. They say if you have too much testosterone, that's part of what helps you go bald sooner, at least for men. Yeah, I was off. Look, in American shoe sizes, I have worn since 9th grade. I have worn a size 15 shoe. And you know, as you get older, you're supposed to shrink, you know, you lose your height, this and that. The one thing I've not lost is any size off of my, like, I tried to get a size 14 like a few years ago, because they had cooler shoes in a smaller size. And I wore it for about 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, my foot fits in here. I can do. No, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. One size difference, size 14 to 15, makes that much of a difference. You're all height and no ass. A receding ass line. I feel for you. If you have a receding ass line, I feel for you. I can say that I get mine from my mama. I have hips and ass. I've had hips and ass for decades. Okay, I could probably make some women jealous with my bakery. Your feet have already shrank from a 12 to a 10 and a half. Huh, look, listen to me. Listen to me. I don't care what connotations come with having big feet. I will give that up if I can squeeze into a 13 or lower and buy cheaper shoes. Shoes at my size don't go on sale. Shoes at my size are not cheap. I am fortunate for the internet because I have a greater choice now than I did 22, 20. I lived in Chicago, in the city of Chicago from like 2000 to 2004. So for those 4 years, I had to go to a Foot Locker to get shoes in my size. There was no Amazon. There was no, I think eBay was around. eBay, I wasn't buying shoes off of eBay back then. Alright. I had to go to a Foot Locker in on the south side of Chicago, Ford City Mall, to find shoes in my size. It was either there or what was it, DSW, the shoe warehouse where they sell the suits and all that. They say you gonna like what you see, blah 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 blah. That was where I got dress shoes because they had a big and tall section. I'm only 6 foot tall. I'm not big and tall, but my feet is. Problem with your feet is you have a narrow heel and there is hardly any narrow shoe. Look, I got the opposite. I gotta get that double E wide. My shoes have to be wide. I can't get normal shoes. I got goddamn duck flippers for feet. Brooks is a shoe. I don't care what. Look. I will buy a Nike, a Reebok. I got a pair of, what's some skater shoes? What's the skater shoes that the kids wear? Because I have a pair of those. I actually had my niece's cousin. She was trying to be all cool. She's like, oh, we got the same kind of shoe. No, I don't want to be having shoes with the kids. DS, I forget what the name of the shoe is. I have it in the other room. That was one of the shoes that came with the double E wide at the first knuckle of your foot. I gotta have that wide shoe. I don't care what brand it is. If it fits, I'm good. If it don't fit, I got problems. I got problems and I'm not happy about it. Like I said, things you don't want to have. Bad back, bad knees, bad feet. That makes your life miserable. You don't want none of those. I speak from experience. Like I said, the reason I tried size 14s, one of the places I worked at in the past, they would have one of the shoe stores drive a truck up, like a big, like the library trucks or something like that, to sell shoes to us because the company was paying for them. So they'd be like, okay, just put your company ID in, you get this pair of shoes, we charge the company. Okay, cool. I need this size. Now where I worked at, here's the fucked up part. There was exactly 6 people, me included, who wore a size 15. And for some reason, this shoe truck place would come with like 6 pair of size 15 for 7 people. Granted, they didn't know it was 7 of us that were gonna be getting shoes or whatever. That everyone got them before me. And I'm like, okay, you got these cool Reebok, like Reebok actually makes a safety. It was safety shoes, so Reebok actually makes safety shoes in my size. The problem is they're low top, they're flat-footed, and after about 7 or 8 months, all the shot there's no padding there left anymore, and it all travels right up your leg, destroys your ankles, knees, hips. But they don't look like work shoes, so it's kind of cool. I'm gonna go buy some Keens after this. Keen, Keen. Those have been the most comfortable work shoes, like steel toe, protective toe, because now they have composites. Yeah, but steel toe work shoes that are comfy, Keen. Before I got the Reeboks I have, Keen was what it was. They were comfy, they fit, they didn't go flying off. And actually, because I'm eligible for at my current job, they have a reimbursement. They'll reimburse you like $75 on your shoes, which for everyone else is a free pair of shoes. For me, because I have gargantuan feet, my shoes cost like 30% more. I'm claiming feet discrimination. I'm gonna take it to court. I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna claim feet discrimination. Because shoes that people can get in like, $70, $80, $90 range? No, hell no. Grandpappy, he gotta pay that premium. On sale, they'll be $130. On sale, they'll be $130. I'm like, look, I'm getting this for work. Oh, we'll apply this little discount. It's $127.99. What the fucking discount did you apply? What kind of discount did you apply where I save $3 on $160 shoes, $150, $160, $170? No, man. Y'all bogus for that. I understand my shoes may take up a little bit more of the cow than other people's shoes, but not that much. You still getting beef patties out of that some bitch. Cut me some slack on the fucking skin. Special sizing. That shit used to kill. Like, I buy all my shit online now. But back in the day, there was 2 times where me having big feet worked in my advantage. Both times, Foot Locker, Ford City Mall. I go in, there's a young lady there about my age, because I was early 20s back then. Early 20s back then. The lady behind the register that wants to, sell me some shoes, she was in the same age range. It's happened 2 times, let me tell you. 2 times, by the way. And they're like, well, what can we help you with? I'm like, look, I don't care what it is. As long as it's a 15 and a wide, I'm good. And automatically, every time I tell someone in real life what size my feet is, they immediately look down at my feet. And I get 1 or 2 responses. Okay? The second best response is wow. But the first response, which is not best, it sucks, is, nah, your feet ain't really that big. Who are you to tell me how big my feet is? You can get away with a slightly cheaper shoe and not give it. Look. Again, I'm not a small guy. So all of the weight that's up in my chest, gut, dumpy, that translates to pressure on my hips, knees, and ankles. And the ball of my feet. I cannot get away. I wish I could get cheaper shoes. Like I said, I'm gonna buy Keens. Uh-oh, did my hold up. Did my YouTube freeze on my monitor? I think it... No, it's... Okay, no, it's still good. I've been chit-chatting. I had someone get mad at me the other night because I was chatting. They're like, man, stop doing the back and forth. Play the game. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm a streamer. I'm a chat when I'm playing. And then they why would you go into someone's chat? I'm sorry for digressing. This is one of those things that irked me the other night. I banned dude as soon as he said it. He's like, man, this is the worst stream ever. I'm like, okay, let me help you out. Go find another stream. Banned. This is YouTube chat. Like, I could take some trash talking. I could take people going on and on about all kinds of things. We got someone that comes into the chat on YouTube that is the AI apostle by the name of Abdul. Everything, AI is a miracle, blah, blah. I can chat with this guy. Not a problem. You can come in and be like, man, hurry up, bro. You're playing too slow. Man, first of all, I'm playing an RPG. I'm a streamer, so I'm a chat. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. No, man, this is the worst stream ever. It's okay, I tried to tell you. You want to stay around and complain? Goodbye. Defeats the purpose of stream. Well, no. I'm not going to argue. There are streamers who just do nothing but Let's Plays. I was originally going to be one of those streamers. Just because I've been playing games forever. I got my old school PS2 actually sitting here to play. I have a backlog. I'm an automatic streaming candidate just on backlog. And I do get new games every so often. It's meant to network, build community. And you build the community you want. If you want to be a community where it's just Let's Plays, where you don't interact with the audience at all, you just play a game, that's fine. As a streamer, you have the right to put whatever content you want out as long as it doesn't violate TOS. I mean, am I right? If TOS on YouTube is not your thing and you want to go to one of those other sites where you can do, more NSFW, you can still do that. But as a viewer, if you don't like the streamer you're watching, you go somewhere else. As a viewer, look, I appreciate every single one of the people that come and view my content. But do not come into my stream and tell me how to stream. Do not tell me how to play the game in a way that you enjoy more than the way I enjoy. Like, I was playing Metroid. I played Metroid Prime 4 and I replayed Metroid Dread. That was the first game I streamed when I got my capture card and started streaming. And I had, in both cases, someone come up and say, or they came into my stream like, man, you taking too long, you going too slow, why are you doing all of this, why are you taking that? I'm like, look, I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 for like 8 years. I'm going to enjoy the game. Even if it didn't get the greatest review, I'm going to enjoy the game. I paid money. I paid my money. Nobody gifted that game to me. I went and paid for that game with my adulting money. That's the money I use for rent, bills, food, gas for my truck. I paid for that out of my pocket. I'm going to play the game the way I want. I played Metroid Dread. Someone came in and said the same thing. Samus, the reason Samus is so popular is because she doesn't waste any time. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I've been playing Samus probably longer than you've been alive. Get the hell out of my stream. I was playing as Samus Aran back in, 1986 when the first Metroid came out? Nah, you can't come and tell me how to play as Samus Aran. Go somewhere. Go somewhere else, preferably. Every streamer has a right to play the game the way they want to play it. If they want to play it in this, okay, if you want to be popular as a streamer and blah, 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 blah. No, people who are popular streamers still play the game the way they want to play it. Yes, some streamers cater to their audience. Good for them. Not going to knock them for it. But some streamers don't. They're like, look, you want to be here in my stream? This is how I'm going to do this. And if you don't like it, up in the upper right hand corner, there's a bright red X. You can click that and go to someone else's stream. Welcome back, Mel. Hopefully your computer is working. We got long time, hasn't been here for a while, harmonica player up in this piece. We was just talking about how some folks complain about how streamers stream and how they feel entitled. I didn't use the word, but we're going to use it now. Entitled to tell a streamer how to stream. Like, I play the games I want to play the way I want to play them. And folks that don't like it, Mel, you have seen that I've told people where to go, how to get there, and have them looking forward to the trip. Hold on, what's it? You just bounce to it. No, hey, Mel. If you want to go check out someone else's stream, I told you. And Harmonica's been here damn near 4 years. It doesn't matter if it's 5 hours, 5 minutes, or 5 seconds. Anyone that comes to my stream, you ain't even got to say hi. You pop in, check to see what's going on, and then dip. Don't even say anything. I still appreciate you. Place in Oklahoma. Look, Harmonica. Please do not get. Look. I understand people don't stream and they don't mind giving out the personal information. I'm going to remind you each and every time, please protect your personal information. You never know who's out there on the internet looking at shit like this. Supercade, $10 unlimited play for the entire day and a very retro. Okay. If I'm ever in that part of the country, I will keep an eye out for that. You left, I'm assuming, Mel, you say you left the other stream to avoid political talk. Because political talk is not allowed here. My stream is for everyone who wants to put all that shit down. No Twitter shit, no Twitter drama, no political talk. None of that. This is where I want people to be able to get along. Like, if you got Twitter beef with someone and you come in here and they come in here, you put that shit at the door. Y'all go on beef after you leave my stream. Don't beef in my stream. I want people to... I want this to be a place... And granted, it's a pipe dream. I cannot affect the real world. The real... Look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. We doomed. People are not going to start getting along anytime soon. If ever at all. We're going to get more and more separated. More and more angry. What I call it... Anger rot and hate rot is prevalent in the world today. Not just the internet, but in the world. That's not allowed here. Will I be popular about it? No, people are going to hate coming to my stream because I'm going to be like, nah, you need to leave that shit somewhere else. But that's what I want here in my stream at this time. During the time I'm streaming, your friend does, I mean, it's like Vivi. Vivi, when I first saw Vivi, I got stuck on Vivi's stream because she was singing and she knows how to sing. And then YouTube changed their rules a little bit and she got afraid to sing karaoke and she pivoted to react content, which was still cool because she's funny. But she's pivoting again. She wants to do political stuff and it's like, okay, you can have your opinion. I'll be there for the funny haha moments, but I'm not trying. There are too many people listening to folks like influencers or to media about political. Go form your own opinion. I want people to think for themselves. Anyone that's listening to someone else and not thinking for themselves, not looking at it, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. That's me being old. That's just me being old. So when Vivi does her political stuff, I'm still support her because I appreciate what she does. She's been very supportive of not just me but many small streamers. I want her to succeed. Do I agree with the content all the time? No. But Mel, you've heard me, Digi, and Hobbit say it. We're the kind of people, we can talk with other folks, disagree about something, and have a beer afterwards. That is not something that is common on the internet these days. What's the joke? If I say I like waffles, everyone says I hate pancakes, and then you get all the D threads and all. No. I'm not that person. I'm not dealing with, look, OG Sans, old gamers standing against nonsense and stupidity. The internet is mostly nonsense and stupidity now. I believe everyone can agree with me on that. And I'm not dealing with it. They jump to conclusions. They don't even jump to conclusions. They just listen to someone else's conclusions. You ask them, like, oh, something happened on the news. Okay, what's your opinion? Oh, I hate this, I hate that. Okay, well, how did you come to that opinion? Well, I heard it on this and that. Well, did you see the video? If there's a video, did you see it? Well, not the whole thing, or I didn't look at it. I didn't need to look at it. No, shut up. Yeah, no. Like, look, no, Mel, I agree. This is why when someone was trying to jump on Digi, I jumped up. Like, okay, in VV streams, it's the OG signs. Me, Digi, and Hobbit. Hobbit is liberal. Digi's conservative. I'm centrist. But at the end of the day, we can all chill and talk, and then afterwards enjoy each other's company. That is not the internet these days. That is not the internet these days. You've heard of brain rot? No, the internet today is full of anger rot and hate rot. And I despise it. That's my hate rot. I hate the internet. Yeah. And I hate people's response to the internet. And it stems from people not wanting to think for themselves. That's like when young Abdul comes into my YouTube stream. Mel, you have seen this. Harmonica, you've been away for a while. I got a guy that comes into my YouTube streams and proclaims that AI is the newest miracle given to humanity. I shit you not. Mel has seen it, a few others have seen it, and I try to be nice to the kid because, you know, they're not bringing up political stuff. They just like AI. Okay, fine, whatever. But they like it to such a degree that the Bully King came out. You still want to chat? Mel, I don't understand how Abdul could come in and I'll say something and Abdul will respond to me. You pop over there and Abdul disappears. Well, it wasn't just you, because Foam Swordsman went over there, Abdul disappeared. I think Cadzilla went over there, Abdul disappeared. Everyone else from my chat, Abdul will disappear. But Abdul will like to try to argue with me. The one person who has destroyed him in an argument, he still wants to conversate with me. Mel, can you, okay. Harmonica, again, you've missed out on a few things. You have to check out some VODs. But Mel, can you explain to me how Abdul doesn't want to talk to y'all three at all? But the one guy who has destroyed him logically still wants to talk to. Can I get an explanation? Because Grandpappy a little confused at this point. Grandpappy is a wee bit confused on how this works. He's scared of he should be scared of the person that embarrasses him. That's how I grew up. You Bully King. The reason I call myself, my mama taught my daddy, the best way to deal with a bully is to punch him dead in the mouth. So if I am more intimidating, why are they still coming to me? Martyr attention is, oh, harmonica. That actually requires some kind of intelligence. I, look, I ain't even mad at the young man Abdul because they're. I say young man. I'm assuming pronouns. My bad. I'm old. I do that. I assume Abdul is a male name. I could be wrong. I apologize if I offend anyone with that. And I mean that for real because, you know, it's 2026. You got to take that in consideration. That being said, young Abdul comes into my streams. I wasn't even mad when they came, when Abdul came into my streams proclaiming that you live a healthier lifestyle if you give up masturbation. Hey, I don't totally agree with that. Many people I know don't agree with that, but hey, that's fine. I can respect that. If your life is better without pulling your pud, I can respect that. But you're going to come here and tell me that AI is the miracle given to humans. It is the next best thing. It is never wrong. It gives you all the right. No. You've already lied several times in that statement. I know better. I know better. Mel, please back me up on this, that this has been said to me. Someone who has grown up with the computer age. You cannot come in here and tell me about AI like I don't know anything. I will stop you and check you and correct you. And as nice as I will try to be, I'm sorry, but Abdul got mad enough at me to tell me he was done and then come back the next night. He said, I'm done with you. Next night was back and like my video, like my live stream after, like, okay, you're a troll at this point. Are you trying to troll? I don't believe you. I can't. I'm gonna get worked up. I shouldn't get worked up. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to make sure my back is okay so I can go to sleep. Harmonica, you've missed a few things, but man, I don't even get worked up with the conversations I have with the young person. Just thinking about why we're having the conversations got me worked up though. Like, I ain't gonna lie to people and say that I'm a general nice person, old man, you know, grandpa, you know, glad to see you every day in real life. No, I actually don't like people's in real life. But when I come online, I want to be the person that, you know, brings people together. The internet is not that. I want to be different. I want people to relax, chill, trash talk a little, have fun, forget about the day's troubles. That's what I really want for my brand. So if you make me revert to IRL grandpappy, there might be a problem. There might be a little problem. Because IRL grandpappy, I learned trash talking from the best. My mama, my mama, like I said, what was it? The saying is, what is tact? Tact is telling someone where they can go, how to get there, and have them look forward to the trip. AI is more of a convenience. AI is a glorified search engine. Yes, it can be convenient. Is it a miracle given to humanity? No, humans created it. The only miracle humans can create is kids. That's the only miracle humans can create. Put me up on a soapbox, stab me, put me on a crucifix, crucify me. I stand by what I say. AI is a mistake. AI is not a mistake. Human acceptance of AI to this degree is a mistake. AI is the progression of technology. Progression of technology in itself is not a mistake. The usage of technology by humans is the mistake. Nuclear power could be a great thing, but guess what? Humans decided to make the nuclear bomb. That's a mistake. Again, I stand by what I say. The actual, advantageous uses of science is not a mistake. The abuse of those uses of science is a mistake. Yes, leave it to humans to fuck up. Exactly, Mel. Humans will fuck up anything if you give them a chance. I saw on... Okay, Mel, you're not on Twitter. How many of y'all in the chat have watched a female streamer talk about their monthly cycles, their period? They'll talk about how their tummy hurt. They'll talk about how they're feeling moody. They'll talk about all this stuff, right? So, I saw on Twitter today, someone posted that they have a website that tracks VTuber periods. My first reaction, yes, her period blood, yeah, Vivi, okay, first person I thought it was Vivi, but first reaction I had was, okay, someone had way too much time on their hands and they're disgusting. After I had that reaction and I thought about Vivi, I'm like, wait, how many female streamers will discuss their period with their chat? They've known their chat for years, and they will say, you know what, I'm not having a good day, I'm having the monthly cycle, or whatever term they use to describe it. And so I think, okay, knowing the internet and knowing how bad the internet can be, this should not be a surprise. Yes, Harmonica, it is disturbing. But again, if you watch enough female streamers, enough of them talk about it. So, should it be a surprise? Is it disgusting? Yes. Should it be a surprise? No. It should not be this, because even the most popular agency VTubers watched by tens of thousands at a time. Hell, Iron Mouse just last week talked about how she is getting healthy enough that she just got her period back. So is it a surprise that some sick fuck on the internet decided to make a website tracking every single VTuber's period? Every single one that talked about it, they put it in this website. They put some work in. Is it sick? Is it disgusting? Is it stalkerish? Yes. Is it surprising? No. But this became a hot topic today on Twitter. You had some VTubers talking about, well, maybe, I talk about it, so it's okay, I don't mind, but you should probably get your Oshi's permission. Fair enough sentiment, fair enough statement. Other ones are like, you're disgusting, you're a freak, you just put this on and you didn't have no evidence and that. Okay, I'm like, wait, let's be honest. Makes you wonder why? Because someone wanted attention, that's why. Why does anyone do anything on Twitter or on the internet? They want attention. They want clout. They want people to talk about them. And like I said, I saw some streamers, some VTubers talking about, this is disgusting, this shouldn't be, you should take this site down, why would you do this, you're awful, blah blah blah. And another streamer came in and said, Women go and talk about their periods on their stream. Someone makes a site about it, tracking based on the information they've given. Other female streamers are disgusted and call for it to be taken down. And he finished by saying, if you want privacy, don't talk about it on stream. Don't share personal information in a public arena and expect people to not talk about it. Like, if Vivi, I've yet to ask her opinion. I have not looked up to see what her opinion is, but if she bitches this out, I will call her out on it. You know, and I love me some Vivi, cool person, but I'm gonna call her out. I'm like, you have said you wanted to make talking about your period a normal thing. And so some sicko decided to do this. If you get upset, I'm gonna call you out on it. No, it is odd. No. Look. You are right. And I agree with you. It is odd. But none of the streamers that talk about their period on stream every month should complain about this. Like I said, me and you, we've been in VV stream. She has an actual set of assets that she puts on her model when she has her period. She advertises it straight up. Many feet. I mean, look, I got home from work today after seeing that shit on Twitter, and everybody and their mama was posting clips about people, about female VTubers talking about their periods. And it's like, okay, you can't say shit, you can't say shit, you can't say shit, you can't say shit. You can see this website. Okay, no. Okay, Harmonica, like I said, I was on Twitter and I saw what they did. What they did is they put their database up, and then viewers could submit dates with the caveat that they had to submit proof of why they thought this was either an ovulation time, a period time, a PMS time, and they had to submit basically clips where a streamer talked about if their stomach hurt, if they were having their period, and quotes. So it wasn't satire. They were being pretty damn serious, which again, creepy as fuck. Creepy as fuck. Viewer input, you take back. Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't satire. People were being serious about this shit. Again, creepy as fuck. But if you volunteer information about your personal life on the internet in 2026, please do not be surprised if motherfuckers track that shit. Do not be surprised that people are going to take notes. Do not be okay, you can be disgusted. No, that's perfectly, totally fine. Be disgusted that people are doing it, but do not be surprised. Do not be outraged that they are taking what you have told them and keeping track of it. That's what I'm saying. Now, am I wrong for that? I don't think so, but please let me know. I mean, I'm looking at my YouTube chat. The first message that comes up says, "Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines." It's telling you to keep your shit private. TOS for every social media says keep your personal data private, and people ignore it. So how can you get mad if what you say in public gets recorded? Is it disgusting? Is it freakish? Is it stalkerish? Is it creep? Yes, 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 yes! Is it surprising? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. And to what you said, Harmonica, you said viewer input. How many viewers of streamers, not just VTubers, the streamers are there? You have hundreds of thousands of streamers. You have millions to billions of viewers. Not all of them are sane. Not all of them have common sense. Not all of them have common decency. This should be known about viewers. And yet you still volunteer this information. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old to get the newer generation. I don't know. Hold on. I have not checked my loot in a while. Oh, damn! I should have... Okay, let's go sell our stuff. After that, then we'll probably call it a night. Yeah, no. I need to go sell stuff because I got distracted. I wasn't keeping track. Yeah. What has caused the decency's formalities to erode? The fact that people think, okay, a quote that is attributed to Mike Tyson, I don't know how true it is, but people on social media feel that they can say whatever they want because they don't have a fear of getting punched in the mouth. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what it is. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. If you have no fear of repercussions, basically, what's to stop you from doing or saying whatever the fuck you want? That's basically the way I see it. You have fuck, I can't even. You could be anonymous online. You have no repercussions to what you say if you don't have a reputation to uphold. You know, as streamers, we want our brand to succeed, so we gotta kind of be cognizant of what we say or do. And I say kind of because there's some folks that still are, they don't give a fuck. Yes, exactly, Mel. When people face no consequences for anything anymore, what's the point of decency of formalities? You would hope it would be common sense, but common sense ain't so common anymore, is it? Yeah. Like, I am a not small-sized black man. I'm not gonna have anyone coming up and yelling the N-word at me in person. I guarantee you that. But online, they'll do it just for shits and giggles. Being a good person online is not even a thought. People feel they don't have to. It's funnier to not have to be nice. It is funnier to be a shithead. It is, or not funny, more entertaining to be a shithead. So, I mean, that's the internet. And it is up to folks and their own conscience, you know, to be good. And that's where we fail as a society. Reactionary extremism is what I call it. Like I said, the internet is full of hate rot and anger rot. People are getting angrier, people are hating more. And I honestly do not have a solution to that. I don't even have an inkling of a suggestion for a solution to that. Yeah, it is. It's cascading in the wrong direction. And you know, I'm an old guy. I have advice on everything. Old folks, we got opinions and advice on everything. I have no advice or opinion. I have no advice on what can solve this. None. The best I can do is control my little space here in my channel on Twitch and YouTube. And that's it. Let's go sell some stuff. Alright, we are at... Oh, we didn't even make it to 2/3. We didn't even make it to 60K. Oh, jeez. Looks like we'll be grinding for the rest of the week. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. If you don't see a point in what you're doing, then don't waste your time. Me, myself, will I ever be a big streamer? Probably not. Maybe one day I'll find an audience if I try hard enough. But if you, I mean, you can look at my Twitch channel. I have pre-rolls, I have verified users, I have slow mode, I have all this shit that discourages growth. But I honestly believe I want to foster a community that puts all that shit down at the door. If you want to have your hate campaign on Twitter, fine, do whatever you want there. You put all that shit at the door when you come in here. We're gonna chill. We're gonna be cordial to each other. We'll have a little trash talking, but we're gonna keep it civil. Is that popular? Is that gonna get me blown up in a day? No, not at all. Not at fucking all. But you know what? That's the community I want, and that's what I'm gonna do. And if I can make it comfy for people, if it's 1-2 people a stream, that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, someone just drove. Holy shit, Mel! Hold on, man. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Mel, you done. Give me a chance to read this. It seems to real life too, though. The city and these guys talking shit about everyone you saw. You can call on trans people, man. Freedom of speech, okay. Which was an excuse. Yeah, no. There is a psychological, and that is also part of the internet thing. The I got your moment. And we all fall victim to that. We all do. Hold on, let me make sure I saved. Me personally, I'm gonna tell a dude to fuck off, get bent, pound sand, kick rocks. Fortunately for me, I am a not so small, intimidating looking kind of guy that happens to be of a darker persuasion. I can do that and stare him dead in the eye, and then he gonna reconsider what the fuck he gonna say next. Not everyone can do that. I can do that, so I have a little bit more gusto to what I say. It's unfortunate. It's the truth, though. Mel, you say you stand at 6'3". That gives you some advantage in a face-to-face confrontation. Is it fair? Morally, no. In reality, it's more than fair enough. Okay, you stand 6'1" is still taller than it's a okay, 6 foot. I consider 6 foot average. Anything over 6 foot, like my buddy, he's 6'2". My daddy was 6'2". Guess what? That gives an advantage. Mel, I told you, when you get older, you shrink anyway. Granted, you got estrogen. Yes, it's gonna happen, but still, 6'1", you versus Vivi at 3'11". Okay, she says 5 foot, but it doesn't matter. The shorter you are, unless you have a mean temperament, all right, you gotta be mean at a small height to be taken serious. Like my mama, let me tell you something. No, Vivi's a gremlin, but she's a soft-hearted. She's a softie. Vivi's not even a chihuahua. She has almost no bark. Now my mama, in her 30s and 40s, she was 5'2". She's shorter now. But guess what? All my sister's friends call my mama mama. All of my friends call my mom ma'am. You know why? Because my mama got a mean streak. My mama, when I was a kid, my mama 5'2", my daddy 6'2". My daddy was built. He was in the Navy for a few years. He got big, but then he slimmed down. At one point he was 6'2", 250, no fat. My daddy walked around the neighborhood, and we lived in the not so nice neighborhood, and people like me and my sister could walk around with impunity, because if anyone touched me or my sister, especially my sister was daddy's girl. You mess with my sister, my daddy was gonna come and make sure that you probably weren't breathing no more. Okay? But my mama intimidated my daddy, because my mama told him if he ever laid a hand on her, she would wait till he went to sleep and pour grits on his crotch. Straight up. And she told that to us as kids. Anyone that's ever had grits, okay, they're nice sized little flakes. They stick. Okay? That is That's third-degree burns off the rip. Okay? My mama, when my uncle had to drop out of school because their parents died, my uncle dropped out of school, became a lumberjack, and had sore muscles, so he would soak in rubbing alcohol. But as older brothers do, they pick on their younger sisters. My uncle was older than my mom, so he was the older brother, she was the younger sister. He would mess with her, as us older brothers do. My sister will tell you this. She will attest to this. My mama gave him 3 chances to stop messing with her. Left the room, came back with a book of matches, lit his ass on fire. It was a flash burn, but she still did it. With the intention of actually turning his butt to ash. Me and my sister did. My sister believed it because she wanted to set me on fire. But I didn't believe it. I'm like, nah, my mama, she's not evil like that. No, my mama is evil. Because my uncle came to stay with us when I was in high school. And I'm like, Uncle, my mama has told me this story for years about how she set you on fire. I didn't get to finish what I was saying. My uncle said, yes, she did. My uncle didn't even let me finish telling the story that my mom told me. I said, set you on fire. My uncle said, yes, she did. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. My sister, for decades, has, like, now she says it's a joke, but when we were kids, she wasn't joking. She's like, Mama, can I set my brother on fire? My mom's like, no, you can't set your brother on fire. And my sister's immediate response is, but you set your brother on fire? Look, next time my sister is in chat, you can ask her. You can ask her. Anyway, I have played a wee bit longer than I was supposed to. I still got to go and make dinner. I got to be up at 4 in the morning. My back is feeling a little better, so I feel good about that. I want to thank everyone for being here, hanging on out, whether you were chilling, chatting, lurking. Lurkers, I do see you. I appreciate you being here. Whether it be here on Twitch or on YouTube. Yeah, it's good news that my sister never set me on fire. Trust me. It's good news that my mom never allowed her to set me on fire. Because trust me, me and my sister, we did not get along when we was kids. She would have done it in a heartbeat. And she would not have done it with a flash. She would have... Look, my uncle was soaking and rubbing alcohol for his muscles, you know, muscle pain and all that. My sister would have put me in some kerosene and pulled a blowtorch out. May my back be blessed. Thank you, Harmonica. I appreciate you coming on back and coming to visit me, homie. Yeah, my back is... Well, okay. I have not stood... Look, you notice I did not take a bathroom break this whole time. Because I'm afraid once I stand up, my back's going to be like, oh, you forgot I was here? Anyway. Here on Twitch, we're going to raid out. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. Twitch, YouTube, much appreciated. We're going to find someone to raid. Hopefully everyone's... Hello, sister. Everyone say hello to my sister. She is here. You'll be back for next stream. I appreciate it, Harmonica. It feels good to have you back. Yeah, everyone say hello to my sister who probably still wants to set me on fire to this day. Hello, sis. I just tell them stories that Mom used to tell us. Hello and goodbye again. Yeah. My sister's on the West Coast, so it's still early for her. It's also warm for her. Sis, when you gonna come out here during the winter? Come out here for your birthday. My sister ain't ever gonna come out here to the Midwest. She ain't. She will never come out here. Anyway, let's find someone to raid on out to. Sis, you say hi to everyone. Let me find someone. Let's see who is. It's like 57. Sis, it is 7 degrees Fahrenheit. When you coming out? She ain't coming out. I know she ain't. You know what? We're gonna hit someone kind of new. I say kind of because I know a little bit more. I gotta remember how to spell this. Hold on. Make sure I spelled it right. Let's make sure I spelled it right. All right, we're gonna raid Movale. Please show this young person some love. Check them on out. Again, I thank everyone for being here. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I see y'all next stream. Until then, y'all be good, be safe, stay warm or cool, depending on where you're at. Most of all, stay awesome. Thank y'all once again, and I hope to see y'all next stream. Until then, peace out.